What's up, Internet? I'm Matt Brickman. This is the 734 from WCCO. Before you head out the door this morning, I think you're going to want to grab your raincoat, not your umbrella. Here's why. We've got those ominous skies over downtown. The weather watcher is green because we are expecting rain, but look at the wind already. Out of the east at 17 miles an hour, and that's just going to get stronger today. That is turn your umbrella inside out sort of wind, and that's going to kick up into the afternoon. Already seeing some showers in the South Metro, down through Lakeville, probably seeing some rain in Inver Grove Heights, down into Northfield, and look at all that to our south. That is just going to keep building north as the day goes on and pick up some pretty steady rain by late this morning. Heavy rain through the afternoon, 3 to 5 is when the kids are coming home from school, and when you're heading to your car, it's going to be pouring, and that rain's probably coming down sideways. It's going to get colder too, so by late tonight there's a chance for snowflakes to mix in with that rain. I don't think we'll see much here in the metro, maybe Northwest Metro, Brooklyn Park, Elk River, Maple Grove, out west, Wayzata, around Lake Minnetonka. You guys could see a couple of wet snowflakes tomorrow morning. Nothing that'll stick. It's way too warm for that, but it's going to be ugly tomorrow, and then finally that rain moves out of here. Watch what happens, though, with those winds and the rain today. Temperatures go the wrong direction. It's 50 right now. We're in the 40s by the afternoon, 30s tonight, and a pretty cool day tomorrow. Still windy on Thursday, too. Finally starting to look up by Friday, and then Mother's Day actually looks pretty nice. You can get in the garden, 63 and sunny, and we are dry on Sunday. Okay, let's talk about this. The New York Times got their hands on a decade of President Trump's tax information, which showed the then businessman lost about $1 billion over 10 years. Billion with a B. The New York Times reports that a decade of President's tax documents shows businesses lost that money over 10 years' time. This is from 1985 to 1994, long before he was in the White House, but that was that same time frame when he put out the Art of the Deal, talking about how he's the greatest deal maker, this great businessman. The paper reports Trump's losses were so great he actually avoided paying income tax for 8 years. It's important to note the New York Times information came from a variety of sources, including someone with legal access to Trump's tax returns. The paper did not get the returns themselves. So this morning I'm wondering, do you care? I mean, really, do you care about this? The president broke tradition by refusing to put out his tax returns during the 2016 campaign. But since he's coming up for re-election, do you want to see those tax returns before 2020? Or if you're being honest, it's not going to change your mind. You really just not care about this. Let me know what you think on Facebook or on Twitter. We'll hear from you coming up in about 3 minutes. Hey, speaking of the 2020 election, a Democratic candidate is going to be in Minnesota today. Bethe ORourke makes his first visit to our state. First, he's stopping in Lakeville at a brewery this afternoon, and then he's heading to a town hall meeting at Edison High School in Minneapolis. A story we're following this morning comes out of Dinkytown, where police say a woman called 911 to say she'd ingested ricin. Hundreds of students were evacuated while authorities investigated. We're still waiting for the Minnesota Health Lab to let us know whether or not the substance found in an apartment there was that potentially deadly poison. There's been another school shooting in Colorado, this time just 8 miles from Columbine High School.
Before the gunshot, our teacher told a student to lock the door, and so everyone was sort of spread out across the room, just hiding out of sight.
One student was killed, 8 others got hurt in the shooting. This happened yesterday afternoon at the STEM school, Highlands Ranch near Denver. Investigators say 2 students are in custody. The sheriff just confirmed one suspect is an 18-year-old male. The other is a younger female. Well, if you take an Uber or a Lyft to get into work this morning, you might be out of luck. Business Insider reports Uber and Lyft drivers are planning a massive strike in several cities today, including Minneapolis. Drivers are protesting over work conditions and pay rates. This comes ahead of Uber's planned public offering on Friday. All right, big royal baby news this morning. We've got our first look at baby Sussex about an hour ago. Britain's Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle introduced their son in Windsor. He's the guy wrapped up in the towel there. They did not reveal the name, and the hat kind of doesn't let us know hair color just yet. Is he a redhead? Yeah, I can't tell there. Can't even see the eyebrows. Okay, the Queen is going to meet the baby today. Meghan said it's magical to become a mom and said she has the two best guys in the world. With 12 more home games this month, the Twins are hoping to finally get some fans in the seats, and they're offering an easier way, or at least a cheaper way to do it. You can get a seat for $5. You can grab cheap tickets now through 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Despite having the second best record in baseball, the team is 25th out of 30 teams in average attendance. Twins' next home game is Friday against Detroit. Finally, look at this. All right, this is Australia. You can see the city just go from day to night. Even the streetlights go on here. The guy who filmed the video says it took an hour before this massive dust storm finally blew through. Just a crazy time lapse, though. All right, let's get back to today's talker. Big New York Times story last night after they obtained about 10 years of then businessman Donald Trump's tax documents showing he lost about $1 billion over that decade. Didn't have to pay income tax for 8 years during that time frame. So I wanted to know, we've been talking about tax returns for about 3 years now in relation to Donald Trump. Do you care? Do you still want to see these things, or is it just not going to change your mind at this point? So our digital guy Cole is here to read the thoughts of the internet. Yeah. All things related to the president usually are polarizing. What do people feel about this one?
We did a quick Facebook poll, and 60% of respondents say that they don't care to see the text.
They don't care.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And I bet you that is not a strict party line vote. I think there are quite a few Democrats that are probably just tired of talking about it too.
Sure. And we have Spencer saying, why is this tax thing such a big deal? Let's spend time on getting something done on health care insurance costs. Mm-hmm. And John saying, did he break any laws? That's all we need to know. And we have Kevin saying, it won't change my mind. He's already rich. What makes him mad is that all the politicians that are becoming millionaires after getting into office.
Yeah, speaking fees are pretty good. Get a book deal, too. A couple of comments on Twitter. Deborah says, Americans need to take their heads out of the sand and see everything. And Tim says, who cares? It's a waste of time.
Yeah, and then we have Sherry saying, the rain will bring spring flowers. Trump's taxes are of no concern to me. So,
you know what?
Kind of weather related.
Yep. All politics is local, and if we've got the rain and the spring flowers, I think you'll be in a better mood. All right, that is it for now. This is the 7:34 from WCCO, time when most of the Twin Cities are on the go. If you haven't already made us your home for mobile news, go ahead and do that. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7:34. Until then, be nice to each other on the internet.